I am Sarah Mutinsky, and I am currently living at 12 Logan Circle. Daryl actually helped my husband and I find our house, which was not an easy search at all. My husband really was looking for the right property, which I now understand was something really, really special beyond what I thought even possible. And so Daryl stuck with us and actually was able to find us a house before it went on market, which really made a difference, and we were able to get the home of our dreams, really. Working with Daryl has been wonderful. Daryl really listens to what it is that we're saying, including the things that we don't necessarily say right out loud. And as a couple, my husband and I have the same end goals, but often very different visions of how we get there. And so Daryl is very good at threading that needle, making sure that we see homes that appeal to both of us, and also listening when there are sort of boundaries and barriers on where we want to go and what we want to do. And so that's been really important. Daryl's part marriage counselor, part realtor. Daryl sort of helped us from beginning to end. So part of starting a housing search is making sure that you understand even what you want, which turned out to be different between my husband and I, even though we thought we knew what we needed going in. Daryl also helped us navigate what is a really tricky market in DC. Frankly, I never knew how someone purchased a home on Logan Circle. I always wanted to see what looked like inside, but Daryl luckily knew and was working with people who were selling the house, and so we actually had someone who was able to identify properties for us in a very competitive marketplace. And then, from there, even just now in this selling process, which, happened a lot sooner than we realized it would, helping us to identify someone who will stage the home, who really appreciates all the things that we appreciate about it and will highlight all those things to new buyers, helping us to understand when and how to do that, because it is hard to let go of a place that is your home. Helping us to understand how we do that while also buying a different home and what that timing looks like. And then ultimately being there to help in actually turning it over, because that is going to be hard, and I wouldn't be able to do that so readily without knowing that I have someone who really cares about the house and about our family and understands what we need. Well, I think Daryl's biggest strengths, putting aside that professionally he also has connections, and as a result can get into houses and show us houses and on the market that are really important, but I'm sure there are realtors who can do that. Beyond that, and what would make Daryl stand out even more, is who he is as an individual, that he really does go out of his way to get to know you, to put himself out to make things convenient, to understand when things are challenging, and show up and be there even last minute when, for us, we decided that we really needed to get out into Bethesda and to start this new life quickly. And Daryl did not hesitate to jump in and help us with our housing search and to make things happen on weekends and, random hours during the week when I could get out of work and still have a nanny to help. And so really understanding that Daryl was there for us and that he was willing to do what we needed to do, because this is the home for our family. It's not just moving to another house, makes a huge difference to us.